Take a look at this. Consumer price inflation reached more than 9% in June 2022. That was under President Biden, of course. And now it's come down to just over 2% under President Trump as of January. Stephen Moore joins me now. I want you to give me a list of Trump's economic wins compared to last year of Biden.
Yeah. By the way, if you look at the last 3 months on that statistic you gave on inflation, it's even lower. It's headed to about 1.5%, which is right in the strike zone of where the Fed wants it. Listen, I mean, you just heard about the tax cut, and my estimates are very similar to the IRS, that the average family has saved about $1,500 a year in terms of lower tax payments that they have to make, and that's a big deal. Now, when you add that to the fact that in 2025, the average median income family, in real terms, after adjusting inflation, had $2,500 more. That's pre-tax. Add the fact that they are getting this tax cut as well. So they have a family about $3,500 to $4,000 richer. Not poor. More. That means more affordability, not less.
Okay, now look at this. Middle class income has increased by $4,000 under Trump.
Yep.
It increased only $500 under Biden. That's accurate?
Yep. I gave that. That's the same chart that I showed President Trump when I was with him in the Oval Office, and he thought it was higher than that. He said, "I thought it was 6,000," but that's still a very big gain, and people are now feeling it. See, Stuart, 3 or 4 months ago, people come up to me and say, "Steve Moore, where's that tax cut you said we were going to get?" Right. And I said, just wait. Just wait till January. So people are really, January, February, March, they're really feeling it now because they're having less money taken out of their paycheck.
I love the wealth creation effect of 401ks.
Yep.
And you're telling me that the average, I think it is, the average 401k balance.
Up about, well, today was a bad day for the market, but
it's up compared to what it was on the Biden.
So about $23,000 gain per person with a 401k, whereas they lost about that amount under Biden because of the high inflation in that period.
That's all measured by the stock market, right?
That's right. The stock market and inflation.
Yeah, you got it. Okay. A federal judge, and this is not a Trump win by any means, but it's an important point. A federal judge has ordered the administration to start refunding. It's $130 billion.
Could be more than that.
Tax that they've collected.
Oh, are you talking about the tariffs? Or?
Yes.
Yes.
Tariff, $130 billion.
Okay, it could be slightly higher than that. We don't know exactly amount, but somewhere in there.
But they've been ordered to refund it.
Yes.
So who should get it? The companies that paid it?
So legally, the administration will have to basically rebate to the companies that paid the tax. So if you're a company that wrote the tariff tax payment to the government, you will get that rebate, or at least under the law, that's what should happen. Now, the question is, this is what's tricky about this. So the companies paid it, say Walmart or FedEx paid it, but what did they do? They passed some of that on to the consumer, right? And so you're going to have a big fight now between consumer groups saying, wait a minute, we paid some of this tax and you paid the money to Walmart or this other company. So, but what I think you're going to see, Stuart, mark my words on this, you're going to start to see companies, the big ones, the big box retailers and so on, offering rebates and refunds to their customers in the months to come.
Yeah.
And by the way, we're not even including, so that's more money in the hand. I don't know. Do you think that's a good solution for these companies to maybe pass it back to the consumers?
Sure,
they paid some of it.
Yeah, it works for me.
Yeah.
Stephen Moore, out of time, unfortunately, but that was a nice list of Trump's wins.
Thank you,
like
Stuart.
that. Thank you very much, sir.